Ambassador Thelrix of the Harmonious Collective burst into the emergency council session, his normally calm demeanor shattered. Behind him, 3 other ambassadors wore expressions ranging from horror to disbelief. "Which one of you authorized this?" Thelrix's voice shook with fury. High Magistrate Voran of the Kelthari Union looked up, confused. "Authorized what?" "The detention of human juveniles on Kelthar Prime." Thelrix slammed a data pad on the council table. 43 human children. The youngest is 6 years old. 6. Voran's facial tendrils stiffened defensively. "Those humans violated our immigration protocols. Under Kelthari law. Have you lost your mind?" The Peltharian ambassador stood abruptly. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" "They broke our laws," Voran insisted. "The adults and juveniles were processed according to standard procedure." "Standard procedure?" Thelrix's laugh was bitter. "You don't process human children. You don't detain them. You certainly don't imprison them. Have none of you studied human history?" Silence fell over the chamber. "Let me educate you," Thelrix continued, his voice dropping to something more dangerous than shouting. "Humans have toppled empires, raised civilizations, and waged wars that lasted generations over far less than their offspring. They have a concept called Mama Bear. Do any of you know what that means?" Voran's tendrils wilted slightly. "I know. It refers to an Earth creature that will fight to the death, and kill anything that threatens its young. Humans adopted the phrase because they identify with it deeply." Thelrix leaned forward. "You have taken their cubs. Imprisoned them. Separated them from their families." The Urian ambassador's scales had gone pale. "How long ago?" 72 hours, Voran said, confusion turning to concern. "But surely a civilized species would use diplomatic channels." "They did." A new voice cut through the chamber. Every head turned to see a human woman in civilian clothes standing at the entrance. She walked forward with measured steps, and something in her gait made seasoned warriors instinctively step back. "I'm Maria Santos," she said quietly. 3 of those children are mine." "Security!" Voran called. "This human has no authorization." "Your security is unconscious," Maria interrupted. "Not dead. I'm a mother, not a monster. But that courtesy has limits." Thelrix spoke carefully. "Maria Santos. Former Earth Special Forces. Retired after the border conflicts. 3 commendations for." "I don't care about her military record." Voran's voice rose. "She cannot simply." "Magistrate." Maria's voice was ice. "Behind me, there are 200 parents. Former soldiers, pilots, engineers, people who left their old lives behind for peace. But you took our children." She placed both hands on the table, and Thelrix noticed the subtle scars of someone who'd seen combat. "We tried diplomatic channels. For 72 hours. While our children cried in cells designed for adult prisoners. While they went hungry because your standard meals are toxic to human juveniles under 12. While they suffered because you were too bureaucratic and too stupid to understand what you'd done." "This is extortion," Voran declared. "No," Thelrix interjected quickly. "This is a parent telling you how this ends." "Maria, please continue." Maria's jaw tightened. "You have 1 hour to release every human child into our custody, provide immediate medical evaluation, and issue a formal apology. You will also revise your protocols to recognize that human children are not to be detained under any circumstances." "And if we refuse?" Voran asked. Maria's smile didn't reach her eyes. "Then you'll discover why humanity's most terrifying warriors aren't our soldiers. They're our parents. We contacted Earth. The UNSF Valkyrie is currently holding position at your system's edge, a carrier with 2,000 Marines who are also parents. They're waiting for my signal. You would start a war over this? Voron's voice cracked. In a heartbeat, Maria said simply. You imprison children. Our children. There is no force in this galaxy that will stop us from getting them back. Thelrix placed a hand on Voron's shoulder. Release them. Now. Before this becomes the shortest, most brutal war in galactic history. 40 minutes later, Maria Santos held her sobbing children while medics checked them over. The other parents had been similarly reunited. Ambassador Voron watched from a distance, finally understanding the terror in Thelrix's voice. The Galactic Council would pass the Santos Protocols. Within the week, human juveniles were granted special protected status across all civilized space. No species would ever make Voron's mistake again. The galaxy had learned, you can negotiate with humanity over almost anything. But never, ever touch their children.